Mr. Harris, is there anything else this court needs to know? There was another woman.
As the case continues, the tension inside the courtroom thickens. What began as uncertainty has now become accusation.
You weren't there, Harris. You talk about doubt like it excuses everything. But when Kisan needed you, you were gone.
That's not true.
You stopped calling. You stopped showing up. You stopped asking about school, about doctors, about anything. I was raising that child emotionally alone.
Sterling accuses Harris of being emotionally absent from Kisan's life. She claims he pulled away when the child needed him most.
You were physically alive, but emotionally checked out.
I didn't abandon my child.
Then where were you when he cried at night asking for you?
You didn't let me in.
That is a lie.
No, that's your version. I didn't pull away. I was pushed. Every time I tried to step forward, you reminded me I might not belong there.
I never said that to the child.
You didn't have to. You said it to me.
Harris fires back. He says he didn't abandon his role. He was pushed away by constant doubt.
You made me feel like a guest in my own child's life. Like I needed permission to care.
You're rewriting history.
No, I'm finally saying it out loud.
You don't get to disappear and then call it being pushed.
And you don't get to emotionally destabilize me and blame me for trying to survive.
Survive? I was surviving pregnancy, motherhood, bills, everything.
And I was surviving humiliation and fear.
Voices rise, frustration spills out. 15 years of unresolved resentment suddenly flood the courtroom all at once.
Enough. This is not a shouting match. This is a courtroom. But clearly, there is a lot that has never been said. Ms. Sterling, when you say he was emotionally absent, tell me what that looked like.
It looked like birthdays missed, phone calls unanswered, promises that never materialized. It looked like me explaining to a child why his father didn't come again.
You never told me about half of those things.
Because I got tired of begging.
To Sterling, absence meant abandonment. To Harris, distance meant self-preservation.
Mr. Harris, why didn't you push harder?
He doesn't answer right away. Not because he doesn't have an answer, but because he's choosing which truth to say first.
Because every time I did, I felt like I was stepping into quicksand. And the thing about quicksand is the harder you fight it, the faster you sink. The more I tried to move forward, the more I felt myself sinking. I wasn't fighting resistance, I was fighting instability. One day I was welcome, the next day I was questioned. One day I was the father, the next day I was maybe. I was constantly reminded that I might be replaceable. That my place wasn't solid. That I wasn't standing on ground, I was standing on permission. I didn't feel like a parent. I felt like a placeholder. And I didn't want to bond deeply just to be told later that I never belonged.
So you punished the child for my words.
No! I punished myself. I stayed distant because distance felt safer than loving something that could be taken from me overnight. I didn't trust that I was allowed to fully show up.
The courtroom sits in it. Fear doesn't always look like anger. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like hesitation. Sometimes it looks like a man stepping back before he's pushed.
Do you know what that felt like from my side?
Go ahead.
It felt like abandonment. It felt like I was carrying everything along while you protected yourself. You say you were afraid of being erased, but I felt invisible in real time. I was pregnant. I was scared. And I needed you to choose us even when things weren't perfect.
I didn't know how.
You didn't try hard enough.
Because every attempt came with a warning label.
You think I wasn't scared too?
I know you were. But you handed me fear and never helped me put it down. Listen to me, both of you. This is not about who suffered more. This is not about who yelled louder. And this is not about who feels more justified. This is about how your unresolved issues quietly shaped a child's reality.
They absorb it differently, but they feel it the same.
Because while you were fighting each other, Kaysen was growing up, forming attachments, learning what stability feels like, learning who shows up and who doesn't.
Judge Robert steps in, reminding them that this isn't about winning an argument, it's about a child's future, one already influenced by years of tension.
Mr. Harris, I want to ask you something carefully. Okay, up until now, you've spoken about doubt as something that was placed on you, as something that happened to you. But doubt doesn't survive 15 years without reinforcement. Is there anything else this court needs to know?
But just when it seems like the courtroom has heard everything, the silence begins to speak louder than words.
There's something else.
What do you mean, something else?
During the timeline in question, there was another possibility. Did you hear that? Yes.
Another what?
Mr. Harris, be very clear.
Harris drops a statement no one expected. Not because it's loud, but because it's overdue.
There was another woman involved around the same time.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. And I didn't bring it up before because I didn't want to humiliate you. I didn't want to turn your past into a courtroom spectacle.
Then why say it now?
Because I'm done carrying this alone. I've carried it through arguments, through silence, through years of pretending it didn't shape everything.
He admits that during the timeline in question, there was another possibility. And with that admission, the ground shifts.
Miss Sterling, is that true?
Yes.
Can you believe this?
It's outrageous. I knew it. We have to stay calm. But how can we? So this court is not dealing with a hypothetical anymore. We are dealing with confirmed overlap.
It didn't mean anything.
It meant everything to me.
I chose you.
After planting doubt, after making certainty impossible.
And suddenly the entire case shifts, not towards anger, but towards consequence.
This information changes the context of everything that has been said today, including emotional distance, including fear, including why trust never recovered.
I didn't think it would follow us forever.
It did.
I didn't know how to fix it.
Neither did I. So we lived around it. We worked around it. We avoided it.
And the child paid for it.
Truth doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it slips out after years of pressure when silence can no longer hold it.
Now the court has clarity, but clarity doesn't equal peace. Because the next step will force all of you to confront consequences, not just legally, but emotionally.
Subscribe for part 6, The Shocking Admission.